Hello, everybody. So I just got to know that a couple of people didn't come. We have a little bit more time, better, because I have slightly more than 10 slides, if you don't mind. So I would like to start with a consideration that I always had in mind. And the consideration is that I feel architecture and music are very connected to each other. I'm saying that not only because of a good quote that says that architecture is just frozen music. It is because I think we are entangled and connected as creators, architects and musicians. This is because the first creation is always the easier one, but the second one, it can become very complicated. To outcome, you feel the pressure to outdo and to create something better, emotionally better, aesthetically better, efficiently better. This was our situation here, because we got a commission for one first school, that is a primary school, from a private institution called Forvardas. This Forvardas institution had hexagon-shaped logo, a composition of hexagon shapes. What we decided to do, it was to take those hexagon, of course, and to create and to extrude it, to make a composition of hexagon and volumes that will recall the logo and the school at the end. This was a very nice experiment for us. It is tricky, usually, because it's not easy to handle the interior layout, but I think we managed to do a good job, and the client thought as well, because they asked us to create the second school for them, a kindergarten. At this time, however, the program was much different than the previous one, so we had to opt for a much more compact building. Even though we wanted to connect the two buildings visually, so at first, our first idea was a composition of, again, to reiterate those hexagons. But at the end, we decided to go with a courtyard that will recall the shape of the hexagon and will visually connect to the other building, to the first building. The courtyard is basically the core of all the building, and the building itself is growing around it. The courtyard, as you can see, is basically with the curtain wall all over around, opening the inside to the outside, and opening also with a visual connection to the other building itself. As you can see, the vertical frames, the wooden louvers, has been placed to control the natural light. There is insulation. This is because in Lithuania, the sun is extremely important, and we wanted to get inside the building as much as we could. But during the summertime, it was even too hot sometimes. So actually, we managed, I think, to regulate with those shading. Around the center courtyard, we have the common areas of the building where the kids can spend time and have the play time. Okay. So as you can see, in the winter, the situation is quite harsh there. Opening the entrance towards the other school also allowed us to close the courtyard from the prevalent winds. So actually, we created a very comfortable space also for the winter period, when the sun will hit the building. And this is the other school, where it's actually very visible, the hexagon shape inside and outside of the building itself. So the building, as you can see, it is fully built out of wood, and the typical shape of the roof is achieved by wooden truss beams, a lot of them. This is the final result, the outside shell. That is basically a black metal cladding, cut it out with those thin and tall windows that reach the ground, the floor inside. So to allow the kids to look outside, to look at the natural environment behind the building itself. And this is the final result of the kindergarten. I'm Filippo Erasti, leading architect for kindergarten and partner architect in NG Architects. Thank you very much.